Hi, everyone. Let us know where you're all coming from. So let let us know. Hey, David. Hi.
Hello, Jada. Thanks for having me on your show.
Oh,
And
you're welcome.
thanks for everyone who is tuning in today.
I know. We'd love to know where everyone's coming from.
Yeah,
Where are you tuning in from?
I love it. You probably have a worldwide audience.
Well, I would. Okay. I wonder who's watching. Because I'm looking forward to everyone who's watching, who's commenting. Let's rock this
Yes.
in a
Bring.
general way. Yeah, in a general way, we can shake the world.
I see some comments
So,
rolling in now.
okay.
Chime in where you're coming from.
Yes, we'd love to know where you're coming from. And also, do you know what type of difference maker you are? Because there's a couple different types.
Yeah, tell me about the different types because I've never thought of categorizing what type of difference maker I am. I haven't thought of myself as some kind of
Well, we
category.
can do it in such a passive way.
Yeah, tell me
It can
about
be
the
a conversation. We
different
can
ways.
do it when
Yeah.
we're talking to someone and something clicks within them. We're making a difference. Now, I get the chance to do something for other people. I shop for them. I cook for them. And some people, well, they're elderly. They cannot feed themselves. So I help. When I get that smile, I get that, thank you. That's a difference. It doesn't take much to change someone's life, to impact them. That's a difference right there. It's a
Absolutely.
huge difference. And you
Yes.
can also, yeah, even when we Zoom, you're talking to someone and you walk away with a different point of view. You're making an impact with them.
Hmm.
The way we've done on Zoom before. I've done this with you, with Hamed Solomon, and a few others. And it's a beautiful thing to when it's impacting back and forth because not you're not just changing their view, what they love to see, what they're hearing, but it reciprocates. It goes back and forth. It's that little boomerang. We're helping them, but they're also helping us, and we're
Oh, yeah.
growing from that.
Yeah, there's a real energy exchange in that.
There is.
And I think that's a really impactful thing. One of the most impactful things we can do is to really truly listen to someone because
Yeah.
it's actually a rare thing, I think, when somebody just really listens to us with empathy, without judgment, without interrupting, without really listening, not waiting to speak, but really truly listening.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone listens with empathy like that, there's such a healing effect when we listen with empathy like that and with compassion. And so, yes, listening is a huge impact.
It is.
And then you're kind of doing your own version of Meals on Wheels. It sounds like that you're
Kind of.
doing your own.
That's why I live most of my life in my car. Because if I'm not going to someone's house, I'm shopping for them. And I've got my culinary thing going on, and that's a huge job. So I'm working both in the physical world and here on LinkedIn. And then after we're done here, I'm going to be uploading this to my YouTube channel, our YouTube channel. I'm not alone in it. So the Mavericks Collective.
Well, I think that's beautiful how you prepare meals for people and take food to them or do grocery shopping for them, especially elderly people that can't do that themselves and probably feel lonely at times. And I think you're not only bringing them nourishment, but you are, again, it's that energy exchange that is so healing and rewarding and beneficial. And so you're kind of alleviating that loneliness that they might be feeling,
Yeah,
when you're also bringing them a meal that helps them just in their daily lives. And so that's just a really beautiful thing that you do that. And anything, love is the most powerful force in the universe.
it is.
And so anything that we do with pure loving intent, it has an outsized impact because we're channeling the most powerful force in the universe. We're channeling
We
love
are.
when we do that. And so that's why small acts of kindness can have such a huge impact in people's lives. And it could be as simple as, looking someone in the eyes and smiling at a stranger. And I
We
know
do
when
that a lot.
people have done that to me, like it impacts me. It's a complete stranger, but they
Mm-hmm.
just give me a smile,
Exactly. Yeah.
and it makes a difference. It really does impact me, and it changes my energy.
How we are out there every day. When I go to the store, I know everybody now. I go to two different stores, and we get into a conversation. When I'm feeling really up, really good, I'm always high vibing, but I'm human. Even when I'm not feeling at my best, I always deliver. Boom.
Yeah, that's your
So
giving.
we bring that up.
Your you're coming again from a loving place. Even when you're not feeling at the top of your game, you're not feeling as high vibe as you want to be, you still show up for people. You're still showing up and doing it with loving intent. You know, you're it's more than just doing something kind so that you'll get something in return. That's a whole different karma. Uh,
Yes, it is.
you could do the same act. You could give a gift to somebody. It could be the same gift. It could be the same act, but it's all about the intention behind it.
Pure
And
intention.
yeah, so one person might give you a gift because they want to obligate you in some way, that
Right.
now you owe them somehow because they've given you a gift that you probably haven't even asked for. And
That's
then,
happened. That's
yes,
happened.
where
I
someone's
was
obligate you or
talking, yeah, I was
yeah.
talking somewhere, and the next thing I know, 3 days later, someone wanted to talk to me, and we went to the Christian bookstore, and what did she give me? $100. What did I do? Most of it I gave to other people.
Ah, that's
It's
sweet.
that,
Paying it forward.
paying it forward, and it got
Absolutely.
paid back. And I'm still paying it forward. Everything that I get the chance to do, I keep paying it forward, and it keeps coming back. It's beautiful. I love it. When we can do this on LinkedIn, it is the biggest natural high.
It really is. Yeah,
It is.
it feels good to do good, doesn't it? And so, yeah, there is a natural high that comes from, again, because there is no higher vibration than love. And so when we're acting
There
out of love, that's going to feel good.
it is.
It's very natural. I see some very special people in the audience commenting right now.
I can't see anybody right now.
You can't see them?
Also, no, not yet. I'll have to come back in after we have our discussion. But it's not about us. It's not about me. It's about everybody. Because without you, the people who are watching, we won't be able to do this. Even with posting. We put posts out there and people come. That's beautiful. I love this. That's what we're here for. But we have to have the interaction with everybody else because that's what makes it all worthwhile. It's the people out there that make it coming into LinkedIn worthwhile.
That's the same for me. Yeah. What I value the most is the engagement with people, like really connecting with people. And I've just through commenting, either them commenting on my posts or myself commenting on theirs, I feel like I've developed a relationship with people that I haven't even met yet, or haven't even had a Zoom call with them yet. And yet
Yeah.
I have this real connection with them just through commenting back and forth on one another's posts. I feel like I have like a true connection, because there's, energy transcends time and space. And so uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
there's an energy exchange just in that
It's
engagement.
a huge energy and change.
Yeah, absolutely. I know just what you mean.
Building those relationships, Michelle was talking about, yes, they are the key. I don't let just, I have to be a little picky. I don't want people just to follow. I want to build that relationship. I'm not
Yeah,
about followers. I'm about the people. Let's talk. Let's see who we are as each individual. Then we go from there at building that relationship. I build relationships so we can do so much more with each other. We get that relationship going, they'll come to our post and we go back to their post. This reciprocity.
mhm.
This is making a difference. This is making a huge difference. And then we get our teams. We get into a team, and we're making a difference with our team. We impact them. This is another stage of another type of a difference maker. When you're all together in a team and we're impacting each other to be better, to push each other to be better. The same thing with the leaders.
It's true. Yeah, there's just that sense of mutual support where we're supporting one another.
Yeah,
And when we combine our energies, there's a synergy that's greater than each individual. And
and
so, that's why you and I are part of the Super Freaks movement, because there's a real synergy to it. We're kindred spirits that are coming together uh, to make a positive difference in the world and to elevate the collective consciousness. To be,
yeah,
we're coming from a place of love and kindness and positivity to be a counterbalance to fear and negativity that we see so much of in the media. And that's another aspect of the LinkedIn posts.
it is.
LinkedIn is pretty much the only social media that I participated in, and I got involved
Kind of
in
like the
LinkedIn.
Care Bears.
What's that?
Alden was talking about kind of like the Care Bears.
Yes, it's like the Care Bears, where we come together and uh, combine our energies, and we're more
Yeah,
powerful when we combine our
we're more
energy.
powerful together.
Yes. Yeah. So the Super Freaks movement is just one way that we are bringing our energies together, and we have an outsized impact. Even though we're a small band of people, we have an outsized impact because we are coming from a pure loving place. We're coming with that
Yeah,
pure intention, and that makes all the difference in the world. Intention is hugely important.
it is. So I have a question for everybody because I can think of it straight off. Can you name 3 people who impacted you here in LinkedIn? Would you like to start, or would you, or do I want to start it off?
You started off. You're the host.
I'm not just the host. Vincent James. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left LinkedIn. He had a big impact. The second person, Mitch Kend. If I had not met him through Vincent James, where would I be? I probably would have left LinkedIn, but I was meant to meet him. Because if I had not met him, I would not be where I am now. And the third person, that would be Maria Cecilia Condor. So she does everything from a selfless heart. She has had a huge impact.
Yeah,
Now
there's just
everyone else.
too many people to name. But it just so happens that some of the people are in the audience right now who have really impacted my life. So, for example, Alden is here today,
Mm-hmm.
and Alden,
Yes.
Alden has had a really big impact in my life. He uh, has been a mentor to me, and I'm really grateful to Alden because he recognized my potential, and he kind of took me under his wing and just helped me out of the goodness of his heart. Again,
Mm-hmm.
with just being a total go-giver, just helping with pure intention. And Alden was the person who challenged me to start creating my own posts. For the longest time, I was commenting on other people's posts, and I was making some wonderful connections just from commenting on their posts and developing great relationships from commenting on their posts. But
Mm-hmm.
Alden challenged me to start creating my own posts, and the rest is history. A lot has come from that. And then Michelle Cordy is here. She's my soul sister, and she and Will Sullivan, the King of Kindness, Will Sullivan,
How
we're
did he become a king of kindness? That keeps my. I'm gonna. He's not safe.
he's what?
He's not safe from me because he's gonna. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna see if I can get him to do it. To do this with us.
Oh, I'm sure he would. I'm
Yeah.
sure he would join. I'm sure he would be happy to be on your show. And so, yes, the King of Kindness, Will Sullivan, and Michelle Cordy, my soul sister. We're sort of the three musketeers. We have regular Zoom calls together, and
Okay.
uh, we all just learn from one another and support one another. And both of them are inspiring in their own unique ways. You know, again, it's everybody bringing their unique, authentic qualities to the table, and so we're all learning from each other. And uh, Michelle really inspires me in how she forms soulful connections with people, and uh, she well, I learned the expression "feel it to heal it" from Michelle Cordy, and that plays in my head, especially when I'm going through painful emotions or emotions that I would rather
Mm-hmm.
suppress. Um,
Um,
uh, I have that expression that I learned from Michelle Cordy playing in my head, to feel it to heal it, and to go through that feeling, you know, and then let it go. So allow myself
mm-hmm.
to fully experience sadness or anger or whatever I may be feeling. Let myself fully experience that, and then let it go, release it. Don't let it define
Yeah.
me. And I learned a lot about self-love from Michelle Cordy. And that's a huge part of life transformation, is self-love. And then Will,
Mm-hmm.
I am so inspired by him, how he just jumps in and he tries things, and he's not afraid of making mistakes, uh, and he just experiments, and I'm very inspired by that, how he just dives in and learns new things and gets out of his comfort zone, uh, and so we all really learn and
Getting out of that comfort zone. This was a huge deal.
yeah.
It's a huge deal to get out of your comfort zone.
I could go on and on. There's uh, so many people that I could name on LinkedIn that have impacted my life. There's just too many to name. But also, I want to say to you, Jada, uh, you are also impacting my life. You know, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. but
always.
but you have just sort of you're another one of those people that has just taken me under her wing, and you've been really helpful and supportive to me
Mm.
in developing Zen Zoom Transformation, the business that I'm starting.
I think we do so much for each other. I see greatness in other people. I see it, and I want to help them to unleash that power. And this is where I love to help other people bring that out of them.
I
And
find
that's
that gratifying too. Yeah, just I see the potential in people, and I like to build people up, and you're very much that kind of person.
when we change. When we are changing other people's lives, they're changing our lives. And when that happens, we elevate each other. We're always elevating, and this is what we're here for, right? Right.
Mm. It is. It's that sort of that energetic boomerang effect. You know,
It
it all
is.
comes back in it. What we send out returns to us amplified. And so
Mhm.
when we're putting out good vibrations with pure intention, with loving intention, that all comes back to us
And you
amplified.
have yes, and you have Zen Zoom transformation. Where do you see that going in the next year?
Well, I will be launching resources for people to help them to discover their Zen, to embark on that journey within, which is the most wondrous journey of all, is when we
It's a
do that
wonderful journey.
deep dive into ourselves, and so there will be resources for people to help them in that journey of self-discovery and self-realization, and
Mhm.
attuning to their higher self, uh, to our tuning into our divine spiritual essence, which is the real who we really are. You know,
Yeah,
this human, David Hansen, this is not the real me. This is
this
kind of
is
like a character that I'm playing, so to speak. And uh, but each of us we're a spirit having a human experience. And our
yes.
spirit, you know, obviously humans are mortal. We only have a short time here, but our spirit is infinite and eternal. And our spirit is pure love and light, and it's the life force that animates our bodies and animates our minds, and so a big part of Zen and going within is tuning into the real you, the spiritual you, your higher self, and
Yes.
bringing yourself in, living in greater alignment with your divine spiritual essence. And when we do that, so that's the Zen. The going within is the Zen.
Mm.
It's the inner transformation. And then when we make that inner transformation, Zoom is the ripple effect. It's that positive ripple effect into all aspects of our lives. So, for example, when we love ourselves more, Zen, then that love ripples out to other people and affects other people, and we develop these soulful connections with people, and we become more loving, and then that just creates this outward expanding ripple effect. So it goes from ourselves to our closest relationships, to our communities, and ultimately the world. It's how we're going to transform the world one soul at a time. And
Always, yes. Always being kind, even when people are not always kind to us. They don't always take our kindness, how we want to give to them. They're not going to, not everyone's going to say, oh, I'm going to be kind right back to you, but always keep that kindness going on. Because at the end of the day, it will God will sort things out.
yes. Yeah, I think we just have to
So
let
we do the
people,
best we can.
yeah, yeah, we can't control how people respond,
We can't.
and
All we
just
can do is control ourselves.
that's right. So let's just keep our own vibration high.
Yeah.
And even that's another way where we can make a difference is just by being in a high vibration ourselves. Like I like to go on walks every day. And I like to believe that when I'm in a high vibration, just walking amongst people, I'm radiating an energy that is affecting people. And it's completely unconscious, but we all emanate an energy. And
We do.
so when we're just our presence affects people, our vibration affects
Yeah.
people. That's another way that we're making a difference that most of the time we're not even conscious of it. We're not even
We're
thinking.
not. We're not. We do the best we can while we can on this earth,
That's all we can
giving
do.
out the good vibes, sharing everything that we can do to accomplish what our souls came here for. At the end of the day, it makes it all worthwhile. Like I said before, we do the best we can while we're here. Our souls know the way. We need to love that light. Share our light. We are the light of the world.
We are. Yeah, that's why I think
We just keep going.
there's the term light workers that's really what we're doing. We're sharing our light with people and it has a real powerful impact.
There's always a light that shines in the darkness.
Light always
To
pierces the
emanate it
dark,
out.
doesn't it?
Okay. Well, I would like to know something before we end this. What's in the future for you? Not just Zen Zoom, for David Hansen.
I don't know.
We
I
always have an idea. We always have some kind of idea.
well, uh, yeah, I mean, my desire is to continue to make a positive difference in the world and to fulfill more of my soul's purpose, to realize more of my own potential, and to help other people do the same, and to help people, uh, you know, transformation is an ongoing, unfolding miracle in our lives. But I'm at a point in my own personal transformation that I want to help other people on their path, help them on
Mm-hmm.
their transformational journey, because it's so worth it. But it's not easy. It's far from easy, actually. I mean, think about what a caterpillar undergoes to become a magnificent butterfly.
Yes.
That's not easy.
And
That
the colors that come out.
yes, I mean,
What kind of color are you? Ooh.
hmm. uh, I think I think I'm purple.
Ah, you're
Yeah.
purple.
What about you? What color are you?
I am a very light, is it the light purple mixed with blue?
Yeah, beautiful.
And then I've got this. I'm in your seat. Okay.
What and where do you see yourself? What's in the future for Jada?
Oh, we have something called the Mavericks Collective,
Yeah, what's happening with the Mavericks Collective?
and it's going to grow. We have the Mavericks Collective on YouTube, the Mavericks Collective for collaborative partners, where I would like to change just a few things up, get it more interactive.
Hmm.
And we don't know what tomorrow will bring, but I'll always bring a smile. I'll always bring that positive energy. I'll always have this right here, this cat,
Who is
Piper. And
Piper?
I'll be going between two homes. I've got this place and I have another place.
So well, you'll
So,
you'll have two estates that you're managing. What
yeah,
you
well, this is just a little building. The other one is just it's small. I don't, after being a housekeeper, I don't want a big house. As small as it can be, I'm happy.
I agree. Yeah, there's something to be said for keeping it simple, isn't it?
I live, yeah. Everyone lives in their own way, and I live as close to Jesus as I can because I deny myself pleasures. That's me. Because when I deny myself pleasure, there's a reward in there.
Tell
An
me more
actual
about
reward.
denying yourself pleasures. Tell me, what do you mean?
I don't watch. I don't have TV. I don't. I have one, but it's a museum piece. I deny myself certain things in life because when I do that, I'm closer to God.
Hmm.
I'm
Well,
closer to Him.
certainly
I live,
the shunning TV is probably a good thing because
there's
you know, that actually kind of goes back to LinkedIn and LinkedIn posts. Is it's so important not only what we consume with our bodies, the food that we eat,
what we see
but
and
what we consume with our minds.
it
And
is.
that's what I've been very pleasantly surprised is at least the posts that I interact with, they're all very positive and uplifting and inspiring. And so, yeah, it's like consuming the most healthy, nutritious mind food, is by tuning into people's posts on LinkedIn. The
Yes.
the people that I follow are super high vibe people, and it's very uplifting. So yes to
Mm.
I don't. It's no big loss the giving up TV. There's much better things to consume.
I've given up so much, and it's an amazing reward.
Yeah,
I
what
live
have
a certain way. We live certain. Everyone has their own way of living, but when I live a clean life, the food I eat, and it's not what you put into your mouth that matters as much. It's what comes out of your mouth. So I don't use bad words. And if I see a bad word in a headline, I run the other way. In a
hmm,
post, I run the other way. I've had a few instances where okay, there's some people I'll allow that because they have some kind of educational going on.
you're
And
reminding
you're
me?
being sensitive.
Well, we're running out of time, but you're
Yes, we are.
reminding me of a professor that I had who was very influential in my life, and uh, he would use bad words when he was teaching the class, and he addressed it openly. He said, if you're offended by, and then he would say some of the bad words
Yeah,
that are that are out there. If you're offended by that, uh, this is not the class for you because I
that's
use
right.
these words. But he said the real bad words that I don't use, and then he listed racial and homophobic and bigoted words, and those are the real bad words.
Yeah,
The ones that we label as bad words, they're just words. They're just words, and but words that are meant to demean and hurt people and belittle people, those are the real bad words. Those are the words that we
mm,
should not be using.
no, you should. But to each their own, because everyone has their own way of speaking.
Hmm.
So we accept it. I can always dismiss or unfollow someone. Bad words in there,
Hmm.
but that's their right of speech. So I take people as they are because we're not perfect.
No, and yeah, people have different ways of expressing themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, those words from my professor really stuck with me about what are the real bad words. And the real bad words are the words that are meant to hurt people and
Yes.
belittle them and make them small.
So, everyone, thank you for coming. David, this was awesome. I love this. This was a great
Me too.
time. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
Thank you, Jada.
Thank you.